So, remember when I told you that Rainbow Six Siege would determine if I would be hopeful for the Division or not? Well, that day has come. Rainbow Six Siege has been out on the market now for a few days, and launch, I think we would all agree, is the most critical time of any video game. This game will give us a good indication of what to expect from the Division, as it will likely be supported by similar server infrastructure. Besides, this is Ubisoft we're talking about. Hello there, my fellow agents and open world gamers. What's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and we're revisiting the world of the Division through the eyes of Rainbow Six Siege. So yes, I have the chance to play the full version of Rainbow Six Siege, and let me say, I have been playing the absolute hell out of it. I didn't know what to expect from this game because I am not into the whole no respawn thing, but it makes it so tense and addicting. It's quite something. This was one game, to be brutally honest with you guys, I half expected to go completely under the radar, but it's quite the opposite, at least for me personally now, because I'm so addicted to it. By the way, I'm playing on the PS4, which is pushing huge numbers for certain games out there, so I thought it would be a good place to test out the game for server stability. And I am so happy to report that so far in my personal experience and from other Ubisoft community players that the game is running amazingly well. I've only had a few disconnects and lag issues, and they have been very far and few in between, so that's really good news. I thought for sure this game was going to run terribly after the alpha and the beta, and I played those on the PC. Now, I have not gotten the chance to play the full version of the game on the Xbox One or PC, but I have asked a bunch of fellow Ubisoft community members about the game's stability on multiple platforms. On PC, it sounds like it's running fairly decently and stable, so that's really good news. As for the Xbox One, I have no idea what's going on with that platform, as I really don't know anyone that's playing it on the Xbox One. Of course, you guys do know that the Xbox One is behind in sales overall. Also, you got to remember one thing, that the guys over at Ubisoft Reflections are also helping with the Division as well. And the crew did have a rough launch at the beginning, but it has completely stabilized now, as I have heard. And then we have Wild Run, which has come out with a big graphical update. I'm so curious to see if that technology will be implemented in the Division, and if we will see incremental graphical updates. That has not been confirmed. That's me speculating, but that would be amazing. Talk about making the lifespan of a game that much longer. And you know, a ton of racing YouTubers are truly taking to the game and playing it consistently, and they're pulling big numbers, so it seems that the crew audience and racing fans are really enjoying it as well. So as I look to Ubisoft's history, as I look to games like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, The Crew Wild Run, and finally Rainbow Six Siege, I have good things to report. All have been well received by their respective communities. Of course, I know Rainbow Six Siege does not have single player or offline play, which a lot of people are pissed about with Rainbow Six Siege. But it seems like Ubisoft, for the most part, are doing a good job with the server stability, and that's what I'm talking about specifically now. And a lot of their games are becoming online-centric. They're trying to push that more and more, but hey, at least they gave us a single-player game in the form of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. But it would have been nice if Rainbow Six Siege did have that offline mode where you could play single-player by yourself. In fact, I would love to see the return of a single-player campaign. That would be nice. And then also, my good friends over at the Division blog, which you can find their blog in the description below, have some news for us very soon about the Division and how the community, you guys, have been changing the game since we last saw it, and apparently has gone over some changes. So interesting stuff is incoming. So I honestly expected to be sitting here completely disappointed with Rainbow Six Siege and how it was running with the server, simply because of my experience with the alpha, and that is why they call it an alpha, because they're completely testing it. I remember the same thing happened with Battlefield 3 back when they launched their beta. It was a terrible experience. I was like, oh no, they completely effed this one up. And I was thinking the same thing with Rainbow Six Siege. I thought this game was not going to run well, and I am blown away. I'm able to get into a match instantly. It reminds me of Call of Duty, which I know that's what they want. You want in the match instantly within seeing the menu. And I'm hoping the same thing happens with the Division. So, of course, I'm going to wait for the Division to come out before I critically judge it. But given the recent history of Ubisoft, I'm pretty impressed with how Rainbow Six Siege is running. I'm hearing good things about the Crew Wild run. And then also, I have enjoyed immensely Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's actually my second favorite Assassin's Creed game now, because they actually did a really good job with building a good story there and enjoyable characters. It's a game you want to go back to. And I hope the same thing will be true about the Division, of course. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned here for more Tom Clancy, The Division, and open world gaming goodness. And I will see you soon enough in Mid-Crisis New York City.